Hey guys, today we're back to work on the 5-cylinder Mark II. And now in the last video, you guys saw me do some shakedown and beat the ever-living crap out of the 5-cylinder Mark II. And I have to say, I'm pretty proud of how this thing performed. We lost some coolant because of the overflow issue. We're gonna fix that. But overall, I have no complaints with the car. The thing to do now is just kind of start putting everything back together and making everything look nice again. And then we got to do some body work, which I'm really dreading. And that's going to make for some really boring content, which I'm sorry, but that's just the nature of how these things go. Today we got to work on getting these front coils raised up a little bit. You know, I'm all for that low life, but at the expense of my somewhat clean fenders, I don't want that low life. So let's get to work on doing that. And then from there, we're going to go on yet another test drive. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Ollie. And now before you guys say anything, yeah, I'm in my pajamas. I did the work that I needed to at work, and then I went home because it's summertime, and, you know, teachers don't really work in the summertime. I got summer school to teach, but otherwise I don't really have much to do. So I'm sick. I'm going to be comfy and cozy. I'm also going to be very honest with you guys. I feel like crap, so if the video's low energy today, that's why. Now, you're probably asking yourself, you know, oh, you got all these nice parts on the car. You bet you have some nice coilovers. No. They're Racelands. Hi, Ollie. Hi, buddy. Hi. I'm busy here. I'm doing stuff. And then let's put this tire down, or let's put this side of the car down, and then see how that looks. Because I've already kind of boogered up my already boogered fender. What, buddy? Hi. Mwah. Hi, Ollie. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, excuse me. Ciao, bubs. Nice. It could probably honestly go up a little bit more. I saw a belt on the road and I was like, I wonder if that was mine. I didn't notice any time that it felt like we lost a belt or there was no noise where it sounded like we lost a belt. But I was like, I was driving on this road earlier and there's a belt on the side of the road. Well, lo and behold, I checked my car and that's my belt. So we're going to get it right now. Well, I'll be tickled pink. There's our belt freaking ripped in half. It didn't even make a noise like it threw a belt. That's stupid. Well, I guess we'll have to go get a new belt. That's kind of annoying. Can't reuse that one. Well, that's the second time that we've lost a belt, so there's got to be some sort of alignment issue going on. So you're not supposed to lose belts, especially not twice. All right, so we're back from the parts store. We got a new belt. So let's get this belt thrown on and then go for a drive and do all the fun stuff again. Now that we have that on, we got to push the car out of the shed and fill it up with water once again. And then, guess what? We're going to go for a drive. Come on, Betsy. Come on, baby. It ain't nothing but a peanut. Uh-huh. All right, another test drive under the way. All right, we're still scraping somewhere. I thought raising it up would help, but I guess we're still scraping a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's scraping. That's nothing nefarious. Oh, it's a fox. Yeah, we get those around here sometimes, little foxes. Only things I'm noticing so far is that it freaking reeks in here, and my right side probably needs to go up just a smidge more because it's scraping. Or I could just take the spacers off. Holy shit, we are dancing all over the place. What's up?
I seen that thing, I was like, no way. Yeah. You're leaking something.
Am I? Coolant? Yeah. Well, my buddy saw me driving and he let me know that we're leaking something. We're leaking coolant again, so annoying. Oh, we're in limp mode again. Alright, we'll just clear codes again really quick. We're in limp mode still. What the frick? Alright, well, I just got the car back to the shed, and the knock sensor code actually still is there. After I just cleared the codes, it came back in that short amount of a time. So there is probably something wrong with the knock sensor. What that could be, I have no idea. So once the car cools down, I'll get it up in the air because the knock sensor's on the back of the engine. Check it out, see what's going on with it, see what's wrong. Yeah, maybe I just need a new knock sensor. This engine did come from a junkyard, and it could be junk. So I'll check into it and then report back to you guys when we see what's going on. During yesterday's poll, the car was dancing all over the road, and I was like, huh, that's really weird. I mean, I know my alignment's pretty bad, but that felt a little excessive for a bad alignment. And well, I checked tire pressures. One was at 60, not supposed to be that high, and the last person who filled them is really stupid and is really dumb. And yeah, I don't know why that the rear left tire was at like 60. I don't remember doing that. This front tire was at like 9, and then the other ones were all at like 40. So I dropped them all down to 30, and then put this one up to 30. So hopefully that does something better. But anyhow, we're going to go take another test drive. We're just going to have to keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this. So I hope it doesn't get boring. Yeah, sorry. I'm using my trusty Amazon code reader to read coolant temps as I drive because I don't have a coolant temp sensor. I also don't have a sway bar on this car. Well, the sway bar is on the subframe, but the end links are not in the subframe, so it's essentially like there is no sway bar, which I should probably get end links for it. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. Alright, well, we got a whole bunch of noises, and there's a freaking person behind us. I live out in the freaking middle of nowhere, but somehow, anytime I want to go out for a test drive, someone comes out of the woodworks and is like, you know what, I'm going to drive at the same time as you. Alright, well, that got sketchy. Torque steer, dude. Holy shit. I mean, honestly, aside from the steering, this car cruises nicely. The alignment is definitely horrible up front. It was all an eyeball alignment. Not even like a freaking tape measure alignment, it's an eyeball. Like, you know, that looks about good, yeah. So, not great. Damn, that's a big dog. Holy shite. Yeah, it's not wanting to pull very hard. I don't know what's going on there with that regard. Coolant temp is 78 degrees Celsius, so it's going up steady, which is a plus. See, like right there, it breaks up. I think I need to get a tune ASAP. But I mean, like, all in all things considered, it's doing exactly what I want it to do. It's just not perfect. To consider me an elementary teacher who teaches kids how to read, built a car that functions for the most part, is incredible. There's still a lot of stuff to figure out. All things considered, that test drive was okay. We'll check engine coolant temps again. They're right around 80 degrees Celsius, which I think it's supposed to go higher than that, but I could be wrong. Maybe our thermostat is stuck open. That could also be a thing that happens. One of the most frustrating things about filming YouTube videos on your iPhone is when it loses storage and then you lose a bunch of footage. Basically, at the end of that test drive, we were losing another belt, and I think I fixed the issue because our tensioner actually was missing the little tabs that like holds it into like the bracket. So I swapped it out with an extra one that I had, and now we're going to go try to drive it again and see if the belt starts to fly off, and also take pictures. The main thing we're trying to figure out in this test drive is if we lose our alternator belt again. Really weird that I'm getting these breakups on like low idle. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but it's going like ouch. Oh, just doing the obligatory listen to everything before I rip it. Something's definitely wrong in our steering. I'm going to have to take this thing to a professional to look over the steering rack and all that crap. Because it's definitely sketch. Ah. So frustrating. I just want to drive this thing. And I know this is probably getting very repetitive for you guys because it's getting very repetitive for me. I just want this thing to actually function the way that I want it to. I know that this is the nature of these things, and things are going to happen and things are going to break, and you're going to have to figure things out slowly but surely. But it's just so incredibly frustrating because I feel like I've done everything 10 times over, and I just keep having the same issues over and over and over again. And it's probably something really simple and really stupid. But it's just still frustrating because I'm like, dude, like I've done so much. We played with the fuel pump a little bit more. I didn't notice anything extremely wrong with it other than my clamp. The only thing that I changed when I messed with the fuel pump is the clamp that I put on. I didn't really tighten all the way down. So I took a screwdriver and a hammer and I, spun it all the way around until it stopped moving. So it's really tight on there. So hopefully the fuel pump is getting all the fuel. So we'll see if we lose pressure again. We're at 72 on coolant temp. There's a deer in my on my road. That's belt squeak. Watch out, little buddy. Don't want to hit you, especially not in this car. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. That 2-3 shift still sucks, dude. Like, I mean, it's probably a good thing because that's going to get me out of trouble. Because if the gears were any closer, then this thing is freaking here, there, gone. Like, it's going to be sketch. So that first rip was pretty good. So we'll rip it again and see what happens. I can hear my fuel pump freaking chooching away back there. That's probably a good thing. Yeah, honestly, the only thing, I'm not noticing any breakups. It just feels a little bit, just feels low on torque, really. We're going to get a file loaded on it here soon. So, like the 1-2 power levels are great, but the low end, like a little bit higher gear stuff, not great. Ooh, that hurt. Ow. That deer is still chilling back there. I wonder what he's thinking right now. Probably thinking, that's a really freaking sick car. Obviously, I gotta do the YouTuber stuff, and I gotta set up the tripod and do a couple flybys and, crap like that, sound clips for the gram, stuff like that. That was undoubtedly the best that this thing has ever performed in any of these test drives, so I'm super stoked on that. And I see some drips on the road, but I'm pretty sure that was not me, so that's good news. Alright, so the most obvious takeaways from that test drive is we need to bleed the brakes a little bit more because they're kind of sketch. We also need to fix the steering issues because those are also very sketchy. And then we have a slight belt squeak, and then we're a little bit low on low-end torque, but again, I think that has something to do with the tune. So overall, this thing performed absolutely amazing. I couldn't be happier. Good thing that these are my dud tires because we're getting pretty low on them. They're dry rotted anyway from sitting for so long, and they're all scuffed up from rubbing really bad. But overall, I'm incredibly stoked that that drive went that well. So maybe it was just a stupid clamp issue, making the fuel pump come out of the fuel tank a little bit too much. If that's the case, that's really dumb, but we figured it out.